is home, done is how you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Vegas Raiders taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Purdy to throw it on first down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He gets it to Humphries. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 10 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's complete to the tight end Werner. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Gould is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Throwing on first down is Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Carr going to throw. That's into a crowd. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 45 on 2nd down. Purdy dancing to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. First of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Nick Chubb, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau, and they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They go play action here. Purdy. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to
Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Here's Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Purdy to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Purdy will look to throw again here. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the 49ers, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.